Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hello, Suiterbug. Thanks for being in the live chat tonight. And let me see if I can just go to that. Okay, perfect. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing great. I hope you caught last night's podcast with Mary Ducina. We talked about the full moon in Aquarius. And of course, these are going to be readings for the first half of August. I cannot believe how fast this year of 2023 has gone by. So we've got the full moon in Aquarius, and we've got the Lion's Gate that is officially opening today. The portal actually opens today. It just peaks on the 8/8. And I believe that we're going to be having quite a few Egyptian-like energies coming through. A little more than usual, I think, but I'm going to do a separate video for that. Our full moon in Aquarius is a big one. This is a strong one. If you like, just as the title of last night's podcast said, you know, it's going to be a deal breaker or a deal maker. So, and it's going to also revolve around a lot of your relationships. Something about you needing to take a chance to really kind of revolutionize yourself, maybe even reinvent yourself, and knowing like who's holding you back and who's supporting you. These are going to be important because in order to make big changes, which it's not like this full moon is going to necessarily bring all of the change, but what it feels like to me is that there's something culminating here or coming to a close or being highly illuminated for you around this transformative breakthrough that needs to happen, or liberation, with the ruler Uranus ruling over this full moon. And it's going to really set the tone for February next year. Okay, when the new moon in Aquarius, I believe it happens on February the 10th, somewhere around there. And that will only be 3 weeks, not even 2 weeks after Pluto moves back into Aquarius. So there's something you're being prepared for, and it feels like something's really going to come to a head or be initiated in some way that acts on this illumination that you're having around, again, is this a deal breaker or a deal maker for you in how you're going to move forward? So we'll see what kind of comes through in the reading. And again, the Lion's Gate portal. The Lion's Gate portal is always an opportunity for you to go deeper into your own work, deeper into developing your who you are, like developing your own sense of understanding of who you are, your own spiritual growth, but also to do very deep healing that would allow you to show up very authentically and very proudly, healing that will work on your heart chakra, and healing that will absolutely bring your inner child into the spotlight, okay? Because we're talking about the Leo energies here. So all of that is going to be really important over this first half of August. And, you know, the second half of August is when Mercury goes retrograde, Uranus goes retrograde, Venus will still be retrograde. So, and then of course, Saturn, Neptune are retrograde right now, but I like Saturn retrograde, which I've talked about at length in the Alchemy program. Before I get into the readings, again, guys, if you're interested in coming to the Forbidden Journey retreat, I'd love to have you there. There's only a few tickets left, so if you're interested in securing your ticket, link is in the description below. But also, big announcement here, because I've only announced it to the few people that were previously signed up, in that I've also launched my one-to-one Forbidden Journey coaching program, which is a 6-month premium coaching program. There's only one coupon left. Okay. And if you are interested in this, which is a massive deep dive coaching program, unlike anything I've ever done before, there is one coupon code left to receive 30% off. If you are interested, go to the link below and fill out the form to apply. And the first person who is approved will get that 30% off, which is an incredible discount. And it's one I will never do again. This is just my pre-launch kind of like thank you to all of you who've been here with me. So if you're interested in that, links are in the description below. And of course, these readings are general, everyone. So do not take what doesn't resonate with you. Some of you have said that it feels like you're getting a personal reading, and that is wonderful. I love it when that happens for you. But some of you may find that the readings only apply to you in certain ways. Just take what resonates, forget about the rest. This isn't about trying to fit something in to work for you. And of course, if you really do need your own personal reading, the energies are pretty intense right now with Pluto squaring the nodes. With Venus just gone retrograde, with Chiron just gone retrograde, the Lion's Gate portal opening up. A lot of you have been saying that you've been feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling a little all over the place. If you're needing any help, any assistance, guidance on what's going on, how to navigate it, maybe some healing that will help you. If you'd like to book a session, all the links are in the description below. All right, so I think that's good for now. Why don't we jump into it? Earth signs, you guys are first, all right? So let me just say hi to Spela, Stephanie, Dave, I've already seen you. Leah, so good to see you again. Beverly, hello. And Cormac, all right. Very nice. Yeah, no towers. No towers. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, let's see what is in store for you for the first half of August. I was almost going to say October. First half of August. What do my earth signs need to know? What is going to be the theme? And what is going to be the potential challenge for them for the first half of August? This is for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going to be the main theme of their reading? And what is going to be the potential challenge? Okay. What is the potential challenge here? Okay, you've got two. Okay. All right. Earth signs. You have got, let me just do that. Mortification, okay, as the main theme of your reading, which is decay. Something is coming to an end. Something is dying. Something is ready to be disposed of. It's coming to its shelf life is over. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Although what I feel is going to be your challenge here is really being able to break free or break through what feels like something you're stuck in. Because your challenges here are two cards, and it is Mars and Resin. Okay, so resin is something that likes to preserve something over time, right? You see those with paperweights. There might be like a butterfly in a paperweight, and it's just kind of preserving it. And it's meant to hold something in time. And this Mars energy, can be very confrontational. It can be stubborn. That is actually one of the words that really came to my mind as soon as I saw this for some reason, which typically tends to be more Taurus energy, but this is Aries, Mars, and the traditional ruler of Scorpio is Mars. So there's something here though. Look, okay, I'm really picking up like a breakthrough energy here for you. But with the Mars, like this hand kind of clasping on, but then there's like lightning all around it, which can be very fiery, very combative, very motivated, right? But what I'm feeling is like there's something that really wants to set free, to be burst out into the light, but you're almost trying to hold on to it, keep it in that fist, and which is this kind of idea of the resin. And it's like, it's time to like let it go. It's time to release it. It's almost like holding on to it is preventing the full decay process, which again, I want you guys to remember that when something's decaying, okay, it's becoming the fertilizer for the next thing, for it to, for the next thing to grow. So there's something about you're going on to a next phase, it feels like, earth signs. So let's see what the tarot has to say. And of course, I am using my Moon Tarot, the Dreamy Moons Tarot deck, which I used last time. Okay, what do we need to know? What has happened in the past here for my earth signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What has happened in the past here for my earth signs? Okay, we have the 7 of Crystals in reverse. I'm just going to do this, okay? Which is the 7 of Swords. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Crystals, also known as the Ace of Swords. Okay. Just do this. And what do we have coming into the present moment here for my earth signs? We have the King of Stars in reverse, which is you earth signs. King of Stars is King of Pentacles. The 9 of Crystals in reverse. We have the Lovers card coming in. Okay. Coming into the near future for my earth signs. Okay. We have the Queen of Crystals, Queen of Swords in reverse. That's a no-nonsense card. I ain't taking your BS kind of energy. Let's see here. What else is coming into the near future for my earth signs? We have the 5 of Wands in reverse. Ah, what a fantastic card to close off your reading, earth signs, considering what the theme of your reading is. You have the Death card. All right. Okay. It looks like whatever you've been fighting, you're not going to fight and you're going to release it, because the Death card is all about letting go, right? Ready for the next phase, ready for that transformation to come through. Now, the overall energy of your reading is the 6 of Crystals in reverse, which is the 6 of Swords in reverse. And underneath that is the King of Crystals in reverse. So I don't know if you find yourself going around in circles, feel like you're circling the drain kind of energy with someone who is just perhaps maybe not meaning what they say. The King of Crystals in reverse, it's someone who's either they're either not staying true to their word, or they're not really clear on what it is that they're trying to communicate. It could be that you're having trouble communicating with someone, or someone who maybe you just don't see eye to eye on. But the King of Crystals in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, you could be dealing with someone who is an air sign, or just someone who has more in their head. They're more mental energy. They're more of a logical thinker, but they're not, for whatever reason though, it's like, it just feels like either the communication isn't lining up, like things are getting lost in translation. or someone's just I want to say not executing in the ways that perhaps their words are. So it's kind of like that saying one thing but doing another kind of energy, you know? So in your past, you have the Seven of Crystals, the Six of Wands, all in reverse, and then you have the Ace of Crystals upright. So this is interesting because what I'm seeing here is some sort of, it feels like there was some sort of returning to the past in some way, or returning to a situation to resolve it. And it would be something where it just didn't feel like it would be something that felt left undone from the past. You didn't feel like good about how maybe things were left, or things possibly ended. For others of you, this is about something where you really didn't feel like you were acknowledged. Maybe you didn't feel like you were seen in the way that you needed to be seen. But there was a breakthrough here. Like with the Ace of Crystals, it feels like either a truth was spoken, or there was better communication, or there was just a new perspective shown here, that possibly even new beliefs. But it feels like there was a new opportunity to come in and see things in new ways, and possibly even communicate things in new ways. Now, in your present situation or signs, you have the King of Stars in reverse, the Nine of Crystals in reverse, and then the Lovers card. So, King of Stars in reverse. This is the energy of someone who's just not showing up, okay, when in the ways that they're capable of, or in the ways that they're saying they're going to. It's kind of like that. The King of Stars is like, it's also known as the father energy of the deck, but it's the kind of father who says he's going to be there, and then like the kid's waiting on the side of the curb and no dad there to be seen to pick him up. So it's someone who's not, it's interesting because I don't know why, but I'm getting something about being true to the word is a bit of a theme here. And it's something about communication styles or being on the same page. But the King of Stars in reverse too is like not as stable as they should be, you know, perhaps not as, it's not bringing in full stability. You could, for others of you, this could just mean that you're dealing with someone who's got very earthy qualities, and it could be someone from your past coming back in. Someone who is maybe a father or a good business person, possibly has a more a higher position in work. Someone who is like managerial or executive in some way. What I'm seeing here is, though, there's a release of fear. There's a release of anxiety coming in here in the first 2 weeks of August. Like, if you've been losing sleep over something, or you've been worrying about something, something gets released here. And I see a merging with the Lovers card. Either there's a merging, or there's a decision that's going to be made. But I feel like there is going to be this sense of coming back on the same page for a lot of you. Now, in your future, we have the Queen of Crystals in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, and the Death card. Okay, so something's happening in here in the future that it feels like there may be some residual things that haven't fully been, whatever's kind of coming up here. It feels like there's going to be some sort of resolution or a way to move forward, but there's still some parts that are missing or left undone. And this feels like the final tie. This feels like we're going to put a bow on it, because the Queen of Crystals in reverse, she ain't taking no BS. Like, she's going to say it how it is. And there's no mincing words. There's no sugarcoating here. And this is about like no longer having conflict, no longer being at odds, no more like whether you're feeling conflicted on the inside or there's drama around you. Like it's like removing all of that and with the Death card, there's some kind of transformation coming in here. Something's finally getting left to die. Okay. Now, does that mean that the whole thing is dying, whatever this might be? Not necessarily. It could be the aspect that makes everything so challenging that finally dies. But I want to say, though, there is this energy, this difficulty of really letting go of the past, or letting go of trying to preserve something how it was. And perhaps it needs to morph into something new, like that metamorphosis. There could be some sort of metamorphosis happening here that's going to take something into a brand new level. But in order for that to happen, if this involves someone else, both parties have to be willing to let go of what was and let what will become enter into the story. So let's see where this is all going. 6 of crystals in reverse. Let's see what this is about as the overall energy. Tell me more about this 6 of crystals in reverse. What do we need to know about this? Okay, we have the Temperance card. Tell me more. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the 5 of Swords. Okay. The Knight of Wands energy, again, is like that. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And it feels like there's trying to find a balance here. Like the whole theme is like, let's find a balance on how to get away from this struggle, okay, of there's like these passionate bursts of energy that are exciting and possibly even very meaningful, but they're kind of come and go, and you never know when you're going to get them. And so it's like, it's great when it's there, but it's also not there a lot. And it feels like with the Temperance card here, trying to find a happy medium, trying to find a balance. And it feels like this is what maybe has been circling the drain, that you felt like you've been circling the drain on, or really revisiting this. And it could, again, be with someone who's very more logically thinking, and it's someone you just don't seem to get on the same page as when it really comes down to it. Even though I want to say it may feel like you're on the same page, but when the actions come to play, it doesn't really translate. So this is all about finding a balance or healing the situation. You may have also felt like you have had to have had a lot of patience with this person, or if this is you, like someone's having a lot of patience with you. Tell me about the 7 of crystals in reverse in the past. All right, we have the Queen of Crystals in reverse and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So someone who you may have felt cut off from, or you cut off, it feels like, again, someone's like wanting to come back here. It feels like something happened. There was possibly like a rejection or a separation of some sort, or someone just felt really left out in the cold. But it looks like there may have been an apology in this regard, over like really kind of just cutting it off, or at least wanting to talk about it, mend it, revisit it in some manner. Tell me about the 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay, we have the 4 of Swords and the Page of Swords in reverse. Lots of like swords coming up in your reading here, Earth sign. So I really wonder if you're dealing with an air sign, or this is just a lot of like, again, the swords represent a lot of beliefs, a lot of mental energy, fears, anxieties, stress. But also focus, clarity. I feel like there was some kind of unsettled, anxious energy of really wanting to talk about how things didn't work out or things went awry wasn't the success that someone wanted. And it would also involve someone maybe not being so honest. Now, when I say that, doesn't mean that someone was like necessarily lying to you or you were lying to someone, but there was like not a real sense of honesty with self within what someone, where they weren't being true to what their own maybe feelings were, or they were too in their head. Tell me about this Ace of Crystals in the past. Tell me about the Ace of Crystals. All right, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. A lot of reverses. It's all that retrograde energy that's coming in. Okay, and then again, the Nine of Swords in reverse, which you now have twice in your spread. So there is some sort of relief of, that's what could also be kind of in the resin, is like this fear or like this stress that's getting released. But there is a breakthrough here. There's definitely a breakthrough, a new shift in reality that comes in. And there is definitely clarity with that Seven of Cups in reverse. Clarity over fears, clarity over what's been haunting you, clarity over what's been keeping you awake at night. Some sort of clarity came in here, and it really gave you a new perspective on something. Really kind of cleaned up the landscape of how you see the world or how you see your situation. Tell me about the King of Stars in reverse here in the current energies. Tell me about this King of Stars. All right, we have the Two of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All right, this is the energy of someone who's stuck. Okay, and again, that's this resin energy, right? Is being stuck. Stuck on not really knowing how to move forward, not really knowing like, what is this path that I'm on? How do I navigate this? And it could be like, so if you've got someone, whether this is you or signs or someone else maybe you're dealing with, again, remember the King of Stars in reverse is someone who's just, they're not showing up when they say they will. Okay, it's that MIA kind of father energy. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a father. It doesn't necessarily have to be a male. But it's someone who's either blocked in that area or they're just not good at it. It's not one of their strengths. But again, their feelings, it's kind of coming from a place of really feeling stuck on either choosing a path or knowing how to navigate the path ahead of them. This might be you or signs as the King of Stars here, where you're just feeling stuck on how do I navigate this going forward. But I will tell you, I think you're going to get the clarity that you need because we have the Nine of Crystals coming in here in reverse, which is telling me more anxieties and fears being released. This is, or it could also even be about like this new reality or new shift in perception that you have here. Okay, we have the Strength card in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay. There's like a new opportunity here, something new, something you're not so versed in. This is a very new beginning kind of energy, especially with it's in the building phase. With the Strength card in reverse, this is going to feel like it's a little heavier than it actually is. So it's going to feel a little bit daunting to you, but you've totally got what you need to get this going. This could even be something that felt harder in the past for you, but for some reason, it's going to feel easier for you in the first half of August now. It's like you're trying to work on a new skill or build a foundation with someone else or in some kind of work project. And what I'm seeing here is like an actual energy of, okay, let's lay down one brick at a time and get the foundation right. And let's learn what we need to learn and take our time. So this isn't a rushed energy. This is definitely a slower pace energy, but this is carrying like a nice stable energy, which I think is needed for some cases. So there is something new building, which is great. Tell me about the Lovers. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and then the Three of Wands in reverse. Again, trying to find that balance. And I feel like for some of you, you're going to receive some sort of good news or some sort of email or text or phone call or something that is going to help you either make a decision, or it's bringing something together here that feels like it felt really far away from you in previous times. But there's some kind of balance that's getting struck here. Or again, there was a choice that had to be made, and I see the choice being chosen. And I want to say with the Page of Wands here, this is something that is going to bring in good news, and it's something that you're excited about. So something kind of cool happening here for you in the first half of August. Tell me about the Queen of Crystals in reverse. Okay, we have the Five of Cups and the Hermit card. Okay, this is what is no more. Okay, this is what is no more. The Queen of Swords is like, we're not doing this anymore. We're not going into hibernation mode. We're not going dealing with things on our own, or if you've got someone you're dealing with who just isolates and goes and just deals with their issues on their own. This is also about focusing on what you don't have versus what you do have, and really not seeing the glass as half full versus like always looking at it as half empty. And what I'm kind of getting here is like, we're not doing that anymore. We're gonna either work through this together, or like we're moving forward in different directions. So it's this idea of like, it feels like there's a party involved here who's used to like just dealing with their stuff on their own, or not really communicating so well. And it feels like that's what's coming to a close here. Tell me about this Five of Wands in reverse. Because this is seeing like, okay, there's that King of Pentacles in reverse again with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, so again, there's some sort of, I want to say Seven of Swords sometimes is an apology. Seven of Swords is like, okay, let's really look at this and figure out the solution. Again, it looks like it has to do with this King of Pentacles person, whether that's you or someone else you're dealing with, someone who's just like, it does look like there's going to be a nice shift here. But again, like I said, it feels like there's some sort of residual, like there was something left untouched or left undiscussed. And I feel like that's going to come through here. And what's nice about this is that there's a resolution. Again, there's another resolution coming here. There's a removal of drama. There's a removal of conflict. Tell me about the Death card. Oh, interesting. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is what's ending. This stuck energy of things just not going in the way that you want, where like it always feels like you have this unstable foundation, or this could be about, with someone who's not showing up in a way that you have a really strong connection with. This could be just even like happy family life, like something, or a celebration of some sort. whatever keeps you from celebrating or feeling good or feeling that deeper connection or coming together with someone in some way, and it feels like it's just like, I don't know if it feels like luck's just not on your side or the timing's never right. That is all coming to an end. That's what's dying here. So I think that's good. So what I think needs to happen, though, is that there was some kind of pattern that kept showing up in the past. And now that's the pattern that needs to be let go, like whatever that was. And I'm sure there were some really good things about it, but it's not serving you. Okay. And if it involves someone else, it's also not serving them. And I just see like, you're trying to hold on to something and preserve it in time and space, but you got to let that go. Because there's something better kind of available here if the resolution is really agreed upon and you both get on the same page if this involves someone else. So I do see resolution coming. So let me know how that works out for your earth signs. Okay. All right. Let me know, earth signs, how that resonated with you. We are on time schedule here, meaning I did that in under 30 minutes, which I'm very happy about. Okay. Whew, it's warm in here. Celeste, hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Rogue, hello. Thank you. Thank you for the hair compliments, everyone. Chelsea, yes. Thank you, Stephanie. Dreamy Moons Tarot deck. Spot on, Stephanie. Okay, cool. Yes, efficiency is my middle name right now. Hey, Melanie, how are you? All right, guys, we're moving on to water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You guys are next. Hey, Dynamite. Good to see ya. And it is a nice thunderstorm outside right now. The sky is very black. We've been having a massive heat wave, which I'm sure many of you have in the States. All right, water signs. What is in store for my water signs for the first half of August? Remember, we've got that full moon in Aquarius. And I will say, those of you who are going to feel this full moon the most are those of you who have a sun or rising in any of the fixed signs. So Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Or if you have any personal planets around 9 degrees of Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, or Scorpio, okay? You're going to feel this full moon the most. I don't have any major personal planets, but I do have, well, that's not true. My Mercury in Taurus will be hit up by this one. And my Saturn and my Uranus, but they're not, I mean, it's going to hit, but it's not a personal. Leo rising. Thank you. Thank you, Dynamite. 95 there, Suiterbug. Oh, Celeste, 95 where you are too. Yeah, it was, I think it was 96 or 97 here today. It won't be for much longer with the rain coming through. All right. All right. Water signs. Let's find out what is the theme of water signs reading and what is their potential challenge. And there's the resin card at the bottom. Let's just shuffle that up. All right. All right. What is the main theme of the reading here for my water signs? Okay. Okay. Your main theme of your reading is dissolution. Let me just kind of tilt it down that way. All right. Let's go into the book for this one because I rarely get this card. But, you know, when I think of dissolution, this is about like the parts coming together, right? One thing is dissolving into another. But can you guys hear the thunder? I don't know if you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear it? Okay. Surrender, dissolving, formlessness. Dissolution is the great alchemical operation of water, of course, water signs. It represents the form becoming formless, that which is solid dissolving into liquid. In many alchemical texts, it is the first operation and summarizes the heart of alchemy, as in like the axiom dissolve to unite. For our purposes, it is important to know when dissolution involves a dissolving of definitions, identities, and labels. The strongholds of the ego drown in the emotional realm of water. We dive back to the beginning, the prima materia. This operation is humbling and disorienting and oftentimes feels as though the self we knew has disappeared. Who are we now? How will others describe us? When these questions are afoot, the alchemical magic of dissolution is underway. By surrendering to the waves, we unite with the primordial essence and return to our deepest self. So, this really is about some sort of definition or identity or label of something really dissolving. And there is this idea of like the ego gets drowned out and the emotions, the heart comes forward. The emotions are really felt here. I don't know, there's something about yourself that feels like it's dissolving, or something within your life like that it felt like it was being separated, but now it's all coming to one. Now your challenge is the darkening card, which is actually a really cool card to get because it means like the work is really underway. So with this being your challenge, this is interesting. Let's see here. Because this is about depth, readiness, churning. Darkness is an achievement. Can you see the achievement, water signs? Do you recognize perhaps how far something has come? Or are you still seeing it labeled as it was? Ah, that is what is happening here. Grasshopper. I feel like something is transforming, coming together, but you're still struggling to see that and may still be seeing things as separate. Maybe not seeing the true depth of what is coming forward. Not realizing how far you have come. The darkness prepares us. We've moved beyond the small talk and chit-chat of the upper world and descended into the psychic layers of the soul. We admit who we are fully and bravely and thus open ourselves to the process of transformation. When this card appears, it's not necessary to delve into what brought you here. It's time to heal, and darkness is the remedy. Time to surrender. Time to be ready. Time to be ready for what change has now taken place. Interesting, water signs. Ooh. I love it. Let's see where this is going. Okay. All right. What do we need to know about the past for my water signs? What do we need to know about the past? Hello, Erica. Yes, your brain has been dissolving. Oh my goodness. Okay, what do we need to know about the past here for my water signs? Ooh, we have the Hierophant coming in. What else do we need to know? That thunder is so loud. Okay, what else do we need to know about the past here for my water signs? For some reason, cards don't want to move beyond. Okay, we have the King of Wands coming up. We also have the Seven of Cups. Okay. All right, we have the Four of Stars in reverse coming into your near future. That's nice to see, considering the theme of your reading. We also have the Seven of Wands. Interesting. These are two opposite energies. Okay. What else is coming into the present moment here for my water signs? What else is coming? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. There you are, water signs. In reverse, upside down. All in your feels. All in your feels. Again, you want to be all in your feels. The emotions have to come out. For some of you, you might be crying a lot. And coming into the near future, we have the Two of Stars in reverse. We have the Lovers card. These cards are just so pretty. I love them so much. Oh, and then we have the Six of Stars coming in. And the overall energy for your reading is the Justice card in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse, okay? All right. Justice card in reverse is saying like, especially with the Three of Swords underneath it, or sorry, the Three of Swords, Three of Crystals. This is about possibly some sort of, again, the remedy for darkening is like healing, right? It's time to do your healing. And it does feel like there's something that's healing here that was unfair, unjust, okay? Possibly in the past. Or for some of you, there's something that you like went through that was difficult, and it's kind of been preventing you from really making a clear-cut decision. Because the Justice card is also very similar to the Ace of Swords energy, where this is about it's time to make a decision, it's time to choose a side. But I want to say like the difficulty here has been because there's either been like a healing process or there's been some sort of pain or suffering in relation to that. Something may have also been out of balance here for you. Something has been out of balance. So let's see. In your past, you have the Hierophant, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So look, the Hierophant is mentor energy. It's higher learning energy. It's a teacher. It's very spiritual. And the King of Wands energy is very self-assured, very, this could be about like really, again, becoming more of a leader, maybe some of you, this is a very entrepreneurial card, someone who's going to maybe be owning their own business, running their own business. This is also someone who is very charismatic, very magnetic, and like people just flock to them. I'm getting, for some of you, that I don't know if some of you might have been working with a teacher or a mentor in some way who's been helping you kind of really step into that more leadership role or a business role in some way. Or even, again, it could even be like a higher spiritual role. For others of you, it feels like you've been going through you've been committed to this really deep learning process around possibly your own spiritual path and really getting to a top level in it. But the problem is you have the 7 of Cups. And it feels like there's been a lot of choices, or there's been confusion. You're like, which door do I open? Which cup do I take? Sometimes it feels like you're looking at illusions. Like, what's the illusion? What's the path of illusion? What's the one I actually really want to embrace? So it feels like you've been doing a lot of work, water signs, but there's also like, it feels like you're also faced with needing to make a choice here. And I see that kind of coming up here in your future, which is good. So in your past, you have in your upcoming energies, you have the 4 of Stars in reverse, the 7 of Wands, and then the Queen of Cups in reverse. Look, I don't know how to tell you this, water signs, but it feels like you're going to have an emotional period over the first 2 weeks of August. There is an aspect of you that you're ready to surrender, but then there's also an aspect of you that you're really resisting still. And still kind of feeling like you're in an uphill battle, or still feel like you're fighting for something. For some of you, if it's not you getting emotional, it's you feeling either very hypersensitive to intuitive energies to the point where it'd be overwhelming you, in a sense of like your intuition's trying to speak to you, but you're getting so much information, it's like overload. But I do like there's an aspect of you that's ready to surrender and let go of something that you've been holding on to too tightly, which is great because that's that dissolution energy, right? Like that's that letting go and merging and flowing. But then you also do have this energy of still feeling like you got to fight against something, or you're in resistance. You might even be facing some resistance still. I'm kind of seeing this energy of like, just, I don't know. It feels like you're kind of hitting an emotional breaking point in a way. But I want to say though, that it feels like you're actually a lot further along than you think you are. You don't actually have as much work to do as you think you do. There's just something here about like the emotions really kind of coming up for you. Now, in the future, we have the 2 of Stars in reverse, the Lovers, and the 6 of Stars. I love this energy. You're finding a balance. You've made a choice. You're definitely choosing, and something really is coming together, whether this is a project, a relationship, an idea, something is really kind of coming together here. And you're seeing the uniting of it. You're seeing how things have thought they were all separate, but now they're all coming together. And I see this balance. And with the 6 of Stars coming in, this is telling me that you're either going to be receiving something, or there's some sort of blessing coming forward. This could be money related, or this could just be that finally you're in an equal energetic form of like not just giving, but also receiving. And since the Justice card is here in reverse, which can talk about a lot of imbalance, I see that being struck here. So something's being made fair. Something's being reciprocated back to you. So it does look like things are definitely in the future after this first half of August, really kind of coming together. I think I want to say, I got to say this, water signs, if you do feel like you hit some emotional breaking point, fucking let those tears flow, okay? Like, let it flow. Let those emotions ride high and hard, okay? Because it feels like there's something blocking you in the way. Like and it's like, it's almost like they're clouding your true vision or understanding of like how far you've actually come and how ready you are for the work ahead of you. Like, you're actually a lot deeper into this process than you thought, and you're actually a lot more ready than you thought. Okay, tell me about this Justice card in reverse. Tell me about the Justice card in reverse. Why is this here for my water signs? Okay, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, and we have the Page of Wands. All right. Okay, so there's this energy of like excited. There's this new energy, right? Page of Wands is exciting. This could talk a lot about like maybe starting a new passionate creative endeavor. Could be something of spiritual nature. But the problem here is that you're not feeling like you're achieving what you need to achieve, or you're not being seen for those achievements. The Four of Cups here is telling me too that like, it's like the universe is trying to offer you something, but you're just like, I don't know, ready to take it. I don't know. Like, you could be focusing on other things when you should be really focusing on this new blessing coming in. The Four of Cups often talks about like just not being happy with your current situation. Like just not really content. But I want to say there is hope. There is hope with the Page of Wands here. There is some sort of new energy here that's like trying to break through. So where things have felt like unbalanced or unfair, or just not going your way, it feels like there's clouds parting around that. Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me about this Hierophant in the past. Taurus energy. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. Two of Pentacles. And the Nine of Wands. Again, it's like, it feels like there's been a lot of passion with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. There's a lot of passion here to really kind of either take a higher spiritual path, or really trying to teach someone or mentor someone, or maybe you're the one being mentored. But it would have to be about really making a choice and how much of a struggle that is. And again, the Nine of Wands, again, like what I'm saying is like, it feels like water signs, you feel like you're actually a lot further away than where you are, because the Nine of Wands things, like, it feels like you just like, how much further do I have to go? But you're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. I think it just requires like one, like, I don't want to say one more step, but maybe just one or two more steps, or just a couple little things left to do. And you're there. But again, it feels like you've got to make a choice, or you got to choose, or you got to find some kind of balance in something. What's this King of Wands? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This could be something that you tried to start in the past, but you never have fully gotten it off the ground. Again, creative endeavor. Eight of Swords in reverse. Needing to maybe feel like you need to get unstuck. You maybe have felt trapped. And then we have the King of Cups. Wow. Could be a lot of there's a lot of love here, and there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion and a lot of love. But there's also a sense of like trying to unstick yourself to really kind of get things moving. Again, if you feel stuck, it's all in your head. You're not really as stuck as you think you are. Let me see what this Seven of Cups is. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So really confused about like something about doing the work, really putting the time in to master something. And then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Hangman in reverse. Okay, so this is about really kind of applying yourself, really doing the work. Really, because the Eight of Pentacles is a mastery card, and it's someone who's not going to procrastinate. They're willing to show up, and they're just working feverishly away into the night on something. But you also, the problem here is that I wonder if you're feeling like it happened already. Like, why hasn't it happened yet? Feeling like with the Eight of Wands in reverse, like some sort of movement has been shunted, or I should say stunted. Not really wanting to, I feel like you do need to go into hermit mode a little here, but you're not wanting to. But it's also about like needing to see things in a new perspective. It feels like you did get a shift here, possibly in perspective around this. Like, you don't have to, I want to say this again, you don't have to do too much more work. You've already done it. You're ready. You're ready, water signs. You're a lot more ready than you think you are. And I think there's this idea of like not realizing like how far into this you already are, or how far ahead you actually are in this. And it's almost like the illusion is really like, oh, wait, I got to do like so much more other prep work. And it's like, no. You just got to jump into it. Just start. Just like when I say start, meaning like, you don't have to prepare anymore. You just got to do the thing. Okay. Let me see what this Four of Stars, because it's already working. Like something's already like coming into one. Tell me about the Four of Stars in reverse. Okay, we have the Temperance card and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so for some of you, this may have kind of there's revolved around like a lack mentality, like not having enough money, or feeling like you are without money, or feeling kind of, I don't know, left behind or not invited into the party for some reason. But like you're kind of letting go of that, and there's something really healing happening here, or some kind of alchemical process transformation, where I want to say like whatever you've been like really spirited about is also coming together with your love for it, your emotions for it. And you're no longer wanting to, you're no longer, it feels like whatever's been kind of stunting this is this idea of like, either you're not good enough, or you don't have what it takes, or some kind of lack mentality. It could even be around money issues. Tell me around the Seven of Wands, but I see you releasing that. So tell me about the Seven of Wands. Okay, you have the Page of Swords here in reverse. Okay, what you're resisting here are old belief systems that aren't true. Yeah, the Moon card. These are coming from like your shadows, okay? So things that, you know, like kind of lurk in the darkness, and it's these illusions or old belief stories that you tell yourself that really aren't true. And that's what you're fighting here. That's what's really the struggle. And so as much as you're like releasing some of this, there is something kind of coming up here where something that hasn't been fully revealed or has been, again, possibly clouded in a lot of confusion. I feel you may even be like actually ready to like fight that. You're ready to be like, you know what? Stop buying into that stuff. Like no more, like we're shifting. But you know, you've got the Queen of Cups here in reverse. And I feel like this is usually just a very emotional card when it's in reverse, like very sensitive, very emotional. Okay. And we have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Empress card. Let me pull one more card. Let me get one more card on this Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, and we have the World in reverse. So I got to tell you, there's going to be a moment here where you do feel sensitive or emotional, possibly overwhelmed with your own feelings. Or again, it might just be feeling very overwhelmed with the intuitive messages that you're getting. But what I am seeing though, is this is a potential breakthrough for you. Again, like remember, the theme of your reading is dissolution, allowing the ego to dissolve into the emotions. So I want to say, water signs, you may need a really good cry over the first 2 weeks of August. And if that's coming up, let those tears flow. Let it all come out. Because what I see happening here is that you finally embrace your own abundant energy. You're finally ready to stop crying over spilt milk. You're ready to like stop looking at the world as half, or whatever your situation is, as half empty. And you're starting to look at the glass as half full. And whatever you've been struggling to finalize or achieve, like this energy is like you're kind of coming into a very fertile part here of like being able to finally birth something. So I just want to say, I really do feel like you've just got to let this emotional release happen. Tell me about the Two of Stars in reverse here coming into, yeah. Okay. Love it. See, you're ready to walk away from something. You're ready to leave behind the thing that's not really pulling on your heartstrings anymore, but it's not really good for you. And I want to say you're making a choice. You're making a choice here. Two of Stars in reverse. Like you're not just kind of like weighing your options anymore. You're like, you've made a choice and you're choosing to really follow, you know, what has your intuitions guiding you on, what pulls on your own heart, what you've been feeling you need to do, but maybe possibly like avoiding. Tell me more about this Two of Stars. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like you kind of leaving behind this energy that is not balanced. There's something that's been really out of balance here for you, and you're finally going to strike that balance. You're going to finally see that. But it's also like this energy where you don't allow yourself to receive what you need to receive. And I see, like, again, like with that Empress energy coming in here, it's like you're feeling your own abundance. You're seeing like your own worth, and you're ready to actually let things come in for you. You're clearing some sort of lack energy, water signs. But it comes through like making a very firm choice. Tell me about this Lovers card. Tell me about this Lovers card. Yeah, the Fool. You're off to new beginnings, new exciting adventures, willing to take some risks, willing to go into areas and territories you're not necessarily used to. And I know, Cormac, you said no towers, but you got a tower coming in here. This is breakthrough energy. This is actually exciting. This is a big shift. You're breaking through. And look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This is very powerful energy, water signs. Very powerful energy. And I would say it's extremely positive. There's some very big expansion coming in here into new worlds coming together. I want to say, this is going to take you by surprise. Something here is going to really take you by surprise, but there is a huge change and shift coming in, and something is really coming together, whether it's you and a partnership, you and a project, you in a new adventure of some sort. It's all really kind of coming together. So what is this Six of Stars? What is this Six of Stars? And it's going to surprise you. Something's going to take you by surprise about it. But I do want to say, I feel like for the most part, you guys are going to all be very pleasantly surprised. I mean, when you have the Wheel of Fortune here, oh wow, yes. Okay, very good, water signs. All I got to say is, when the tears start coming, don't try to hold those back. Let those salty babies flow, okay? Let those tears flow from the face, fall to the floor. In fact, let it all happen, because what is coming in for you is very good. Your Six of Stars is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Justice card upright, the Ten of Cups upright, and then the Hierophant in reverse. So something that perhaps you were committed to in the past, or you're going about it in just a little bit more of an unconventional way. Okay. But you're receiving something here. Something's finally coming into balance. There's a gift, an opening, something that is really about you really kind of starting to fulfill your biggest dreams and really making a decision on this, or finally things feeling like they're finally going in your favor. They're finally working out for you. And this is, again, I feel like this is related to your hopes and dreams, or this is possibly like new love. This is possibly just something that really has felt like it's been out here and now it's coming in. So, new beginnings that are coming in with very solid long-term happiness attached to it. So I don't know what else to say. Let your emotions dissolve, your ego. If you've been stuck in like these old labels or these old identities, let those dissolve, cry away, be happy to release the old and welcome the new, because some really new, great things are coming in your way. Water signs. So yay for towers for the first time ever. When the tower has the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool card and the Lovers with it, that's a pretty awesome tower if you ask me. All right. How do my water signs feel about that? Are you like trying to force the tears? You know what? Go do little mushrooms. Go do a little cacao ceremony. Do something that's going to open up your heart. It's all good. Perfect timing. Celeste. Ooh, the reading has been resonating with you. Very cool. It resonates 100. Melanie, awesome. So, Celeste, the tears have already been happening for you. It's like a biblical flood. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I gotta tell you, I had that 2-hour cry back at right around the summer solstice. Okay. I took a little microdose of some mushrooms, 0.3 grams, and I just sat on my bed with my blanket and I just tuned into my inner child and I'm like, let's just cry it out. I don't know what's been blocking us, but let's just cry it out. Everything has shifted for me since. So I can really speak to how powerful a good cry can be in unblocking what needs to be unblocked, releasing the heaviness of something. So don't be afraid to let those tears flow, water signs. I mean, I shouldn't be really saying that to my water signs, especially my Cancers. You know, we love to cry. All right. Leah, you can feel and relate to all of that. Okay. Air signs. Air signs, you guys are next. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. That was a bit of a long reading, wasn't it? Felt like I needed to do a little hand holding there for my water signs. Okay. Oh, it is so warm in here. You're welcome, Cormac. You're welcome, Suitor. All right, what is in store for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is in store for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first half of August. Aquarius, full moon is happening in your sign, so you will definitely be feeling this. All right, let's get to it. All right, what is the main theme? What is the main theme and what is the potential challenge here for my air signs? What is the potential? Okay, what is the main theme and what is the potential challenge? What is the main theme and what is the potential challenge? Okay. All right. You guys have the golden rose here coming up as the main theme of your reading. So this is like, you know, this talks about like, what is it that you worship? What are you setting on your altar? But it's also about like understanding that there's some things that you can know and there's some things that must remain a mystery. And what's interesting is your challenge. Your challenge is ash, which means something has been, obviously, when there's a fire, what remains is ash. Something's gone through a very transformative process. Feels like there's something you need to let go of, air signs. Something that you need to be fully released in. Like it's gone, it's done. Whether it's, again, an old part of you, an old version of your life, a relationship, a job, I don't know. But let me just kind of really go into ash here for a second. This was the very first card I ever chose from this deck. And it was actually, as I'm looking at the breath card, in a breathwork class. Memory, ancestors, the past. Yeah, like you need to let go of the past. You need to, there might be some things you just don't know or you just can't fully understand. They might just always remain a mystery to you. And it's okay. You don't need to know everything. It's like, oftentimes when we're doing our healing work, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to remember every detail. What you just need to know is like release the feelings. You need to maybe go through the emotions, but you don't have to know all the details. Ash represents what has come before it. The fire is now over and its flames took with it all unrecognizable form of what was burned. Only memories and the soft gray ashen substance remain. When this card appears, look back and sift through what has occurred. You are in the realm of ancestors, past relationships, and those that have passed to another realm. Be gentle with the process as it is delicate and sacred. The Ash card asks you to tend to the true nature of endings, grief, and letting go. You may be asked to be present with others experiencing loss. When in doubt, be like ash. It is silken light and easily carried by the wind. Soften into your memories and into your tears. Eventually forgiveness follows and the heart travels alight. So there is this idea of like really, you might feel hardened over something. You might feel a little resistant, but like what you really need to do is you need to let go. You need to soften. You need to surrender. And again, it's like this idea of like letting go of the past of what once was. So let me see where this is kind of taking you. And let me just have a sip of water. Okay. What do we need to know about the past here for my air signs? What do we need to know about the past here for my air signs? I want to say too, with the golden rose, this is something you need to appreciate. There's something coming up to appreciate that you haven't been appreciating. Not really realizing its beauty. Maybe it's the beauty of the mystery. But okay, we have the Queen of Crystals coming into the reverse section here. There you are, air signs. All icy. All not having it. Not mincing words. The Flower of Life card. The Six of Wands. What's coming into the present moment for the King of Crystals in reverse, which is the King of Swords. We're getting a lot of pairs in all the readings. There you go. Seven of Wands in reverse. Letting go of the resistance. Surrendering. Right in the heart of your spread. The very thing you need to do. What else do we need to know about the current energies here for my air signs? Okay, then we have the Six of Stars in reverse. Coming into the near future for my air signs. There we go. There's that Death card again. Everyone is going through endings. Not surprised with Pluto squaring the nodes, right? Pluto is the Death card, Scorpio. And it's about going through very big endings, deaths of something, transformations. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Overall energy, Nine of Stars in reverse, which is the Nine of Coins. And then you also have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Crystals. Okay. I have to say, for some of you, this might be about releasing yourself from codependent tendencies. Really kind of the things that keep you feeling trapped or stuck in ways that I think it's time to release those. It's time to move on. Because you're definitely being asked to embrace something. For some of you too, the Nine of Stars, when it's in reverse, can also talk about like going from single to relationship. And getting out of this idea of being like trapped or stuck, not being able to allow yourself into relationship with another. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, because it could be that maybe you are used to keeping yourself just very independent, not knowing how to actually lean on others. And perhaps this is where you have been, has been a weakness of yours, and it's time to learn how to lean on others. Now, in your past, you have the Queen of Crystals in reverse, the Flower of Life, and the Six of Wands. Listen, you cut something out of your life here, okay? You cut something out of your life and you're like, I need to focus on what is the meaning of my life, right? The Flower of Life here, like you were kind of possibly going through asking yourself some of the more existential questions, like who am I? What is this life about? And what it did though, because again, it's also about dissolving the ego. So you could have even gone through like a bit of an ego death here. But what I see that this was very helpful though, like, because there's a Six of Wands. So I see great success. So there was something that you were able to discover about what is more meaningful to you, more purposeful in your life. And it came after you cut something out of your life. I want to say, or you removed something, or you definitely trimmed the fat. Now in your current energies, we have the King of Crystals in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and then the Six of Stars. All right. So listen, this is where you're definitely going to be feeling, what I like about this is I see like you're surrendering. You are surrendering here, which is good. You're letting go. You're not going to be in battle. You're not going to be in resistance. But, okay. There's something about your, the way you've always operated more from a logical standpoint, possibly overthinking something. And it has to do with being able to have an equal balance, again, of give and take. But this is like the Six of Stars. Like it feels like you've been more focused on giving and not knowing how to receive. And perhaps you're ready to finally I feel like you're ready to open your heart in some way. You're getting a little more vulnerable, air signs. There's a vulnerability that's going to be coming forth from you, where I do feel like you're going to lean on people because it's finally like you who needs the help, and you've been maybe the one who's always been helping others. And you're going to actually ask people to help you get unstuck. Or if you've been starting to do that, I see you taking that a next step further. Now, in your future, you have the Death card, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So, all right. So again, there's another big transformation happening here. Some sort of ending and new beginning comes from, like, when a Death card comes in, something ends, something begins. We have this Ace of Cups here in reverse and this Knight of Wands. And what I'm seeing is there's something here that you really want to start when it comes to matters of your own heart or your own dreams. Something perhaps that you've been intuitively inspired by. But what I'm seeing though is I don't see it fully activating here in the future. It's not that I don't think it will activate. It's just you're still kind of dipping your toe in. You're not really fully committed to it, but you are starting. Like I want to say you're you're not rushing into it. You're maybe taking your time. But I do see that opening up. And I would say, air signs, that it's coming from a place of knowing that in order for this to happen, you're going to have to make yourself a little vulnerable. And you're going to have to allow others to see that vulnerability, because it means you need some help. And it's okay. We're not meant to do everything on our own. So let's see here. 9 of Stars in reverse. There's the Devil. All right. First sign to get the Devil. tell me more about this 9 of Stars in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Okay. Wonder if you've been having, okay. And then we have the Justice card coming in. I feel like you've struggled. You've struggled with really kind of going for what it is that you really want in some area of your life. And you've definitely felt trapped. You felt stuck to something. There could have been some really deep fears here involved, possibly like, do I even deserve what I want? Like, can I even have what I really want? And I think, the reality is that I think you've been trying to go this alone. And I think what is kind of dying here and what has been transformed is some part of you that was so resistant to actually allowing that help to come in. So, or this idea of like just being stuck to the past, always recycling itself. So, the great thing is that the Justice card is here. So things are going to actually be balanced out. Things are going to be made right. Things are going to be made fair in this situation. So Queen of Crystals in reverse in the past. Queen of Crystals in reverse. That's too many. Queen of Crystals. What is this? Okay, we have the 6 of Wands, which is nice because it's here too. You felt really good about whatever it is that you cut out. Whatever you said, no more. We're not doing this anymore. You ice something out and you're like, yeah, this is the way. Yeah, you're like, we're onwards. We're going to new territory. We're ready to seek out new land. I'm not doing these old cycles anymore. Yeah, you're ready for a brand new beginning, something that's more stable, something that's a little more prosperous, something that you can depend on. You're definitely looking for tangible new beginnings here. Now, the Flower of Life in your past, this is where you like really dissolve the ego. Okay, you have the 6 of Cups here. Really like possibly looking at like, the 6 of Cups can represent the past. It can represent someone from your past, or it could represent someone of meaningful connection to you. It could represent children in your life. But you're really kind of like assessing like what's most meaningful to you in this regard. Okay, 3 of Pentacles in reverse and the Star card. This could be about something that didn't work in the past and now like you want to make it work. Possibly this also could be about like, what are the foundations I've been building on, and maybe I need to build new foundations. But it's like you're really looking at like your hopes and desires here. You're really looking at what it is that makes you feel really good. You were also getting quite nostalgic when you're kind of really reflecting on this. Like again, like, who am I? What do I want? What's the meaning of my life? How has my ego been getting in my own way? And I feel like there's either someone from your past or some important connection, again, or it's children that is very meaningful to you. Tell me about this 6 of Wands. Yeah, okay. You have the Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy, and then you have the 10 of Cups coming on here. So this is like you really kind of looking at like what it is what's going to make you real happy and how have you not manifested it? And you're really like kind of like, okay, It's time to manifest it. It's time to bring this in. This is something that you haven't been able to manifest yet, but what I see here is that you're ready to be successful. You're like, I want this. You really were looking at what's going to make you happy. And possibly this could revolve around family, home life, relationships, matters of the heart. Tell me about this King of Crystals in reverse, because this is, you had a little bit of shaky energy coming in here. King of Crystals. Yeah, okay. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Same position for water signs. Tell me more about this King of Crystals. All right. You've been, listen, air signs, I think you've been really confused about something. But what I do see though, is I do see some progressive movement happening here. So something that you haven't been very clear about, something you've been maybe confused about, but it's something you've also rejected, that you're now like ready to like take some action on. And it's slow action with the Knight of Pentacles. You're taking your time, but you're slowly developing it. So again, it's still not going to be fully clear to you, but you're willing to do the work. You're willing to like try. And this is about, again, no longer being rejected, no longer being alone, no longer like feeling like you got to go at everything alone. Like you're starting to look at options too, I feel like. Tell me about the Seven of Wands here in reverse. Okay, you have the Nine of Swords. The Queen of Swords. So you're surrendering. You're surrendering and you're getting really honest about like what your fears are, what your anxiety. I see you having actually, you might even be talking to someone about this. This is great. Air signs. I see you leaning on someone. I see you or at least opening up doors of communication here about like, what are your worries? What are you stressed about? Like, what are your fears? And you're like surrendering to that. Like you're not holding it in or trying to navigate it all on your own. And someone's listening. Someone's ready to listen. Tell me about the Six of Stars in reverse. There's the Tower and the Knight of Cups in reverse. You have not been allowing love to come to you. You have not been allowing love in all forms, okay? Not just romantic. And there's something shaky coming in here because this is something where you have not allowed yourself to receive it. You've either been rejecting it or rejecting someone, or you've been feeling rejected. But there's a Tower here coming in that's saying like, surprise, we're busting that up, which I like because it's followed by the Death card. But I just want to know, because I'm nosy. I want to know what your Tower is. What's this Tower? What's this Tower? Oh, the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. This could be, again, about someone from your past where things didn't work out. And now it's like, oh, maybe letting that back in. It would be someone though that you want. It wouldn't be someone that you don't want. For others of you, this might just be like about being like not allowing, again, it's like every time you separate yourself from just relationships in general, like whether it's your friends or people who are just going to help you, that is what's all coming to an end. That's getting busted up here. I wonder if something's going to happen to you that you really are forced to ask for help. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but towers are a little dramatic. Okay, tell me about the Death card. Ten of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I love this. This is what's ending. You are no longer carrying this burden on your own. You're no longer investing into your burdens, or investing into trying to carry everything. Like, you're like, no, like, I'm done with that. So I love seeing this coming up on top of your Death card, which is great. So like, everything that's been burdening you from the past, you're letting go. Like, you're not investing your energy into it anymore. You're saying, you know what? I've dealt with it. Like, there's only so much I can do. It's time to let go of what was and start to embrace the new, which is coming in here. And you have that. It's in reverse. So it feels like it's off to a little bit of a slow start, or it feels like there might be something kind of challenging it. But let me see what this Ace of Cups is in reverse. You have the Page of Wands in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse. So let me get one more card. Five of Wands in reverse with the Seven of Wands upright. Okay. Because I see you, there's an energy that's here that really is ready to kind of embrace, move forward, focus on the good. But there's also an issue here of some sort of internal conflict around being able to fully embrace it. Like, I feel like you are. But there is some sort of challenge that needs to be overcome here. And it's not that it's insurmountable or anything like that. There's a new opening up here, again, around matters of your heart. Again, being open. I think what you need to do here, air signs, is it feels like there's some kind of disappointment that you need to share. And you're fighting it. And it's like some internal conflict, but at the same time, you want to move forward. And I don't know if it's a disappointment from the past, or you're hiding or for some of you, you may even be hiding your own excitement about something because you're scared. You're not sure you can trust. Again, there's like a sense of needing to be vulnerable here. Air signs. What's this Knight of... Okay. Knight of Wands in reverse, clarified by the King of Wands and the Empress in reverse. All right, look. There's something you want. There is. There's something you feel very deeply attracted to. Part of the problem here is you believing that you're worthy of it. And so I see you taking action, but you're also like, you're not rushing into it. And you're going to go a little bit and then you're going to stop. And you're going to go a little bit and then you're going to stop. But there's something here you deeply are wanting to go after. The issue here is also like really starting to see in your own self-worth, seeing what you're actually like worthy of having. And so there are these things that you've been realizing that are meaningful to you and you want more of. When it comes to receiving it, like there is like a block here around like self-worth. But there's also a block around your own heart of being able to be vulnerable to communicate that and actually allowing people to help you in this. So I'm seeing like you're going through an up-leveling here, air signs. And what you're just kind of needing to really focus on is allowing others to help you along the way. So if you can do that And what I do like, I will say, is that I love that you're stopping to focus on what is no longer and really kind of starting to focus on what can be. And it feels like you're starting to look forward with a little bit more positive momentum too. So, air signs, that's my reading for you. I like it. Everyone's got some of these little challenges and hurdles coming up. My challenge right now is that my AC has not kicked in, and I would really like it to kick in. Oh, it's so warm. Plus, whenever I do intuitive work, I just naturally get warm, which is why I like doing intuitive work in the winter. And I'm naturally just a furnace. I'm naturally a furnace. Like, I can't even tell you how hot I get at night. Oh, gosh. All right. How was that for my air signs? Mina, you need to get disciplined and go to the sauna, infrared sauna daily. Yeah, just set it into habit. That's what this full moon in Aquarius is kind of like highlighting too. Like what is it that, like, Mars in Virgo right now is really about focusing on the day-to-days, you know, and starting to create new habits and things that are going to get you accomplished in whatever it is that you need to accomplish. You're welcome, Mina, Suiterbug. Okay, cool, Leah. Fire signs, you guys are, last but not least, Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's in store for you for the the first half of August. Lionsgate, full moon in Aquarius. What is in store for my fire signs? Oh, there's something that flipped over here. There we go. All right. What's in store? What do fire signs need to know? What do fire signs need to know? It's like the Seven of Wands seems to be coming out. Seems to be like a theme around resistance here. What is it time to not keep avoiding, fighting? You know? And on the flip side, Seven of Wands is like fighting for something because you believe in it, you know, and knowing that you have the upper hand. Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First half of August. All right. What is the main theme? And what is the challenge for my fire signs? What is the main theme here? And what is the challenge for my fire signs? Ooh. Okay, so the main theme of your reading is glass. Okay. So this is about seeing things more clearly, more focused. It's about perspective. What lens are you looking through? Might be time to clean the lens. what's interesting is your challenge is the sun, which Leos, hello, your ruler is the sun, and the sun's just the biggest fireball that we got in our star system. So, interesting. I wonder if you're struggling seeing things positively or optimistically, or seeing things just clearly. Again, it may be the perspective that you're looking at something. Let me just, expression, vitality, identity is all the sun. So this is like what is kind of challenging you. Each morning the sun graces the night sky, summoning the dawn. Such is the energy of the sun card. With its arrivals and activation and a presence of vitality of new beginnings, it is said the sun is linked to the hero archetype and the yang dynamic in Chinese alchemy. Through the sun's radiance, we are inclined to see ourselves fully and establish a sense of who we are. We gain confidence and clearer vision. In its light, we are assured that we too have an important role in the world. Associated with masculine dynamics, the sun card certainly carries a risk if not kept in check. Remember, the sun never actually sets. It's the earth that pivots away. Assess whether it's time for you to awaken more fully or turn away and rest. A sunburn humbles us all. Well, don't fly too close to the sun here. And when we look at the glass, this is about transparency, focus, and being able to see things for what they truly are. What was once veiled becomes obvious. How are you currently seeing the world? What is your perspective? It's the gift of true perception. And what you naturally focus on is what is most central in your life. I feel like there's something about like seeing things in an old way and needing to see things in a new way. Cleaning the lens that you've been looking through, and really focusing on things and being in check of what you're actually focusing on, because it feels like something might be draining your energy and you need to see what that is, because it's not allowing you to possibly have the level of vitality that you need for what's coming. And like there is this potentially new beginning ahead of you with the sun card here in your challenge, but perhaps you just need to see something in a brand new way. Let's kind of see what comes out with the cards. What do we need to know about the past here for my fire signs? What do we need to know about the past here for my fire signs? We got the Lovers card in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, what was coming into the present moment here for my fire signs? There you are, Queen of Wands in reverse. Everyone seems to be upside down in their own signs. The Magician, okay, in reverse. Woo! And the Empress in reverse. And I just got to show you guys, this is like such a beautiful Empress card. I just love this, but you've got it in reverse. I wonder if your confidence has been shaky about something here, fire signs. Yeah, you have the Two of Stars. Coming into the future. Okay. You have the Knight of Stars coming in. And you have the Three of Wands in reverse. Overall energy. King of Cups in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse as well. I wonder if you're feeling disconnected from the desires of your own heart, or feeling a bit disconnected even from your own intuition. This may have to do with someone you very much care about, but they're in your past. And it's about the energy that kind of is backing this energy up is like just an inconsistent energy. Very inconsistent. Interesting. I really wonder. It's like waves. We're going to clarify that. Okay. In your past, you have the Lovers in reverse, the Knight of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands. So there could have been some discord, some disagreements, not being on the same page with someone here. But there was a willingness here to still take action, to try to make something work here. But however, Nine of Wands just showing a lot of struggles. It doesn't mean it's, again, insurmountable, but there's definitely been some challenger obstacles along the way. In your present situation, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. And this is what you're going to be dealing with here in the first half of August. And I just, honestly, like, I feel like there's a confidence, there's a lack of confidence here in what it is that possibly you're trying to create. Something you're trying to manifest. You're definitely feeling blocked. But here's the thing, though, with the Empress here in reverse, it's like, again, really not. The Empress is saying that there's some struggle here around either the fertility of the situation. I wonder if you've also been possibly planting seeds in infertile grounds. And it's been eating away at your confidence, or maybe even your excitement over something. It feels, I gotta tell you, fire signs, I feel like there's something in your way. There's something you've been investing in, something you've been putting time or energy into, possibly a lot of emotional energy, but you've been possibly planting it in an area that isn't going to grow so well. But that doesn't mean, though, that there isn't fertile ground to be found. It's almost like you've got to shift your perspective on something, and you've also got to look at like what's been draining your energy. It feels like you're low on energy here, or you're just not feeling as vital as you should be. And I just want to say, like, be careful of like where you've been putting all your energy. Like maybe, and it may just be like you've been putting too much energy into one thing and you just need to spread it out and not like there might just need to be a balance. And I say that because you have the two stars coming into your future, which is showing me like you're finding a balance here, and you're starting to take slow and progressed work with the Knight of Stars. But with the Three of Wands here in reverse, it's also kind of like you're kind of reassessing like what's paying off, what's not. And you might need to kind of trim, cut away like some of the dead branches. Because it feels like something's, like when you have to prune a tree or pull dead leaves off something, because when a plant's trying to grow, it'll always send the most energy to the area that's in most need of it. And so a lot of times you have to like pull like dead leaves or branches off of trees, because then the plant can really flourish. So I feel like you've got to look at what's been draining your energy, what's been sucking out your life force, and not allowing you to put it into the areas that you need to. Yeah, something's been draining you. So let's see what this King of Cups in reverse is all about. What's this? Okay. All right. So here it is. You got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Hangman. Okay. You've got to really reevaluate how you've been taking care of yourself. You may have not been like tending to your own needs, nurturing your own needs or self. You may have been pouring into something else. And it feels like it's also got you a bit disconnected from what it is that you have been intuitively guided to do, or what you feel. It's kind of like eating away at your own heart field a little bit. And this is about shifting your perspective so that you can, it's almost like you need to fall back in love with something. Tell me about the Lovers card in the past, in here in reverse. What's this Lovers card? What's this Lovers card? You got the Five of Cups. Okay, you have the Five of Cups. The Justice card in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this may be about like a new beginning or trying to get something off the ground here, new dream, new love. But what I'm seeing here is that there was either, I don't know, an argument or just not being on the same page. And it did cause some sense of sadness or loss. And I just want to say someone felt like it was just, something wasn't fair about the situation. Really wanting to kickstart it, but also not feeling like you can. I don't know if legally it's like there's some legal issues or documents, or I don't know, something holding it up. What's this Knight of Cups? Oop. What's this Knight of Cups? Because I still see like energy moving though. Okay, we have the Four of Swords in reverse and the Moon card. So very restless energy, feeling like you were definitely putting in energy here, taking action from the heart possibly, or just involving like following your dreams, or following pursuant of things that are of emotional value to you. There's a restlessness here, but there's still like, it's not clear. It still feels like you're moving through darkness, or you're moving through some sort of shadow element of this. But you're trying to figure out something here. What's this Nine of Wands? So disappointment. You have the Three of Swords here. So something painful, something that definitely may have hurt you in some way. Ace of Swords, I don't know if there was a truth that was realized that disappointed you, because it just feels like there's a struggle here, challenge or obstacle. And Knight of Swords in reverse too also can talk about trying to just rush, trying to like act without really thinking about like the consequences. Okay, let me see what this Queen of Wands is coming into your present moment. What's this Queen of Wands? Okay, you have the Two of Cups here in reverse. I don't know if there's something that's not coming together that you're just wanting to, like you really want this celebration energy. You really you want this happy occasion. Fun, lightheartedness. But your confidence about this is not strong. Eight of Pentacles. It requires more work, more time, more energy. I wonder if this is a thing you've been putting a lot of energy or time into. I don't know. But it just feels like it's struggling. You're struggling to feel confident about it or feel excited about it. And it's not that it's not exciting. It's just, it feels like there's trying to bring something together, but it's requiring a lot of work and time. What's this Magician? Okay, you have the Two of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, the path forward is not fully clear here. It's like you definitely are inspired. There's an inspiration here to move forward, but the struggle is like the path doesn't seem clear. It's like really kind of navigating again still through darkness, which is why you need the sun, you need light, you need clarity. And it feels like there's something zapping your energy. And I feel like the Empress card is going to let us know what that is. What's this Empress in reverse? What's this Empress in reverse? We have the Temperance card in reverse and then the World card. The World card can talk about achievements, travel, impatience with the Temperance card. Impatience about really getting there. The Empress card could represent someone you very much care about, but feeling like disconnected from them, or feeling in separation from them, or there might be distance. There could also just be, again, like you may be impatient about completing something that would make you feel worthy. Something's out of balance here. You got to put some focus into you, fire signs. You got to put some focus into you. It's you're trying to achieve something, complete something, possibly even travel. There's impatience here, but I don't know. There's something about you need to take care of something with you first. Tell me about this Two of Stars. Self has been neglected. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, so it feels like there's something of tangible nature, something that either has to do with your money, job, stability, that needs more of your attention. And it feels like you've been putting energy more into like matters of the heart. And it feels like that's been draining you to some degree. And I'm not saying that that's not something you should be focusing on. It's just, it feels like there's been an imbalance. It feels like there's been too much hyper focus, and you need to get focused more about like taking care of you, taking care of your money, taking care of your job, taking care of like something that's going to get you stable. And, you can't cut corners here. You've really got to, and I see you though. I see you choosing though. I see you, you know, because you've been juggling this, but I see you striking a balance with this in the future. Tell me about the Knight of Stars. Tell me about the Knight of Stars. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Something is going to definitely be revealed to you here. It's no longer going to feel clouded or a mystery. You're going to get very strong communication, or something's going to actually start moving very quickly here for you. But it's like, it's funny because obviously the Knight of Stars is something you're going to start taking action in a slow way, but it comes from like quick clarity. It comes from like a quick knowing, deep within you, very intuitive, almost like I'm getting the word download for some of you. But something gets revealed to you. It's no longer a mystery. And it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. And it's a slow progression, but you've got all the clarity that you need. So where you were like, I don't know this path, like whatever, I think something's going to come make itself very crystal clear to you. What's this Three of Wands in reverse? There's the Sun. Okay, the Sun and the Four of Cups on your Three of Wands in reverse. You're definitely going to get clarity on the things that you're not happy with, that they're just not coming to fruition, or maybe they're not going to come in. Again, there's something about realizing, I want to say this, overall energy here, fire signs, there's some dead branches on your tree, or ones that are just sucking your life force. And it's like, you really need to look at like what's stealing from you, and not nourishing you, and allowing to, really kind of making sure that either your focus is moving away from that, or you're removing them altogether, so that you can start nourishing back for you. And that's what brings in your vitality. That's what brings your clarity. And you're going to start to see like, it's time to stop focusing on the things that aren't working and start focusing on the things that are working. And so, big shift here in perspective for you, fire signs. So, and I feel like it's going to revitalize you. It's going to, there's some sort of mystery or cloudedness that's going to get lifted, and a lot of clarity coming in here in the future for you, that really allows for solid, stable movement forward, either with your finances, your job, or just you feeling very worthy. So I like it. Fire signs. I hope that was helpful for you. How was that? Did that resonate with any of you fire signs? Again, guys, if you need your own personal reading, links are in the description below to book. And again, if you're interested in coming to the Forbidden Journey retreat, it is just 2 months away. I'm so excited. I've been working on all the stuff that we're going to be doing, getting everything ready. I've ordered in a lot of stuff that you guys are going to be receiving. So super excited about that. If you would like to secure your ticket, been on the fence, links are in the description below. And again, if you're interested in the one-to-one Forbidden Journey coaching program, I am taking one person I'm going to left that can receive a 30% discount on the 6-month coaching program. It'll be a first come first serve basis. So if you'd like to apply for that, Link is in the description below. And that's it. So have an amazing full moon in Aquarius on the 1st. If you missed last night's podcast, please check it out. You guys are going to love next week's podcast. It is so good. Like, really fun conversation. And I think it's going to be very inspiring for a lot of you out there. And it's all about like really coming to life in this journey and living life fully into your greatest potential. But like, removing what's almost like, what do you hold back on saying yes to out of fear? And what will you live with regret for? Like all of those things are going to be addressed. And it's the things that really paralyze us from going after our dreams, paralyze us from living the life we really want for ourselves. You guys are going to love it. It's such a fun conversation, great energy with the new guest. So definitely tune into that next week. Guys, I love you. Have an incredible evening. And hopefully I'll be on here with another video before then. Because I feel something wants to come through. So love you.